Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for clicking this video. I have an announcement to make. We are doing things differently for the remainder of 2024. I believe there are 140 days left to the year. I could be 1 or 2 days off. We are taking action. We're tracking our progress. We are being kind with ourselves, but also we're getting things done, okay? One thing that I realized about me very early on, like since college, if I have a to-do list and, you know, like I set out to do 10 things throughout the day, but I only did 5, I didn't do anything. If I set out to do 5 things and I only did 4, I didn't do anything. Like that, I don't know if you're like a, if you're like not like a chronic, not overachiever, I don't even know what the term is, but you have high expectations of yourself. You have high hopes for yourself. If I set out to do 9 things and I do 8, I didn't do anything, that's crazy. So I realized early on that I need to track my progress. I need to track the things that I do. I literally need to be like, I did this, and then I did that, and then I did that. I also realized that with even my day and the way that I manage my time, right? Like I can set out, I can be like, you know, I'm gonna dedicate 6 hours to editing. Maybe, like if I don't track it, I'm gonna be like, did I even do anything? Clearly I did. I got the thing to the client. I posted things. I got this gallery up. But like, if I didn't track what I did throughout my day, for example, or I'm getting lost in my own analogy, but follow me. Or I'm like, okay, today I would like to edit, catch up on emails, grab lunch with this person that I'm trying to connect with, clean the studio, right? Maybe I did 3 of those things, but I'm gonna be like, what did I get done today? I had the worst day. I wasn't productive at all. But maybe today I ended up canceling lunch with that person so I could edit for 2 hours. Or I didn't clean the studio, but I was out printing brochures and that took forever, or designing a thing, or I spent some time on a call with somebody. Or it's literally, if I didn't write it down, if I don't know what I did from 9 a.m. to 10:30, the whole day is gone. It's wasted. Anyways, I said all that to say that I spent all of last year time tracking every single hour, every minute of my every single day. I woke up at this time, I read my Bible, I did my devotion, I ate breakfast, I got ready, I clocked in for work. After work, I took a break, I took a nap. It's here. After the nap, I clocked in. It's 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. for my side hustle. Like if I don't literally track everything that I do, I'm Confucius. So I did that for all of last year. 365 days of my life were fully documented to the T. My eyes twitching. So I stopped doing that at the start of the year. Did I do that this year? Let me go on my calendar, see what happened. No, I didn't do that at the start of the year, and I feel confused. Well, to a certain extent, but not like actually time tracking everything that I do. And now it's back. Okay, as of yesterday, I'm back to tracking, and I have this sense of like, okay, I'm doing things. First of all, I completely overhauled my my Google system. I had a system set in place. If you have a system, trust your system, use your system, rely on your system. I was like, I want to try something completely different. So I stopped using Google Cal and I started manually writing down. Why would you do? Okay, I started using this OneNote template that I found, and I was doing like a digital weekly agenda. That doesn't work for me. And I was like, literally, there's like a calendar template, and I'm writing, today I did this, today. Why did I stress myself out like that? But anyways, I say all that to say, I'm back to my Google system. I'm tracking literally every second, every minute of my day, and it helps me to see, no, like you did a thing. There was a 15-minute window in there where you did some research about this. There was a 5-minute window in there where you emailed somebody. Like that eases my anxiety, because I can easily be like, I got nothing done this month. Like it feels like I didn't get anything done in the month of July, but it's not true. It's a lie from the pit of hell. Don't allow yourself to fall into these traps. Anyways, I went down the only rabbit hole, but I'm saying that to say that this is a thing that we're starting to get into. We're tracking our progress. We're tracking the things that we're doing. We're setting clear goals with actionable steps, and we're taking action, and we're gonna document the process along the way. So I'm starting to do a weekly series called the Unabridged Report. It's so yummy because it's so good. It's literally unabridged because I'm not gonna edit this. So even if I fumble my words, y'all are in this with me. So it's unabridged, it's whole, it's original, it's uncut, it's real, it's raw. And also it's about me and the things that I do. So on a weekly basis, I will be talking about what I did, what I learned, and what I felt. And I got this from Glow. If you watch my video on 5 things I want to do before the end of the year, and I'm talking about being more consistent, bringing back my podcast, bringing back like a consistent video flow situation. I mentioned that I love this video series that Glow has been doing on her YouTube channel for this year. She does these weekly reports where she basically just sits in front of the camera. She doesn't edit them. She hits record and she talks about what she did during the week, what she learned, how she felt during the week. And so I'm gonna be doing that, like a business version of that. So I'm not gonna get into too much of the personal stuff. Like, I went out, I did this, I was showing my family, I was showing my boo. No, you're not gonna get that. But it will be kind of like a progress report of how my business is doing, the things that I'm learning, the things that I'm doing. Like, I want to build this skill now so that by the time it gets closer to my first exhibition, by the time it gets to my artist residency that I'm doing in the fall, like the things that I have coming up, I already have this system in place. I already have the momentum and it comes naturally to me. And the best way to start on something is to just start. That's the best way to get started on anything. And so this is me being like, okay, stop overthinking, just do the thing. This is me doing the thing, and I hope that it also inspires you to take action, okay? So let's get into the Unabridged Report. It's so yummy. It's yummy because I'm like really good with words, okay? What I did, and I might actually fill it out as I go, so don't expect perfection. It's unabridged. Get it? It's unabridged. Ah, I'm a genius. Okay. What did I do in the past 7 days? So breaking it down, what I did is usually business stuff. It's gonna be business stuff, it's gonna be art stuff. No personal stuff, nothing about personal life, nothing about my social life. Like if I go to a social networking event, I'll talk about that, but no personal stuff. What I learned, things I'm learning from books, from podcasts, from classes, courses that I'm taking, and then what I felt, just like general feelings that I'm working my way through. Does that make sense? Okay, let's get into it. What I did, I applied to join my city's Chamber of Commerce. Everybody's been bullying me, like, girl, tap into this, da, da, da. And I was just like, I ain't got the money, I ain't gonna hold you, I got no money. Membership is pushing $500, I don't got it right now. At this point, it's between getting to live in America and paying for membership. How will I show up for this membership if I don't live in America? It's kind of that deep. And so I found out that they have a young entrepreneurship program where board members are like bigging up young people doing their thing in the city, you know? And so I reached deep into my pocket of connections and they got me into the chamber, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful of my community, Black women, uplifting Black women, being like, hey, I'm here, I have access to the room and I'm saving an extra seat next to me for somebody else. Come on over here and sit down. Like, yes. So I applied, I got in, I got on the call, like an introductory call. I actually did the call this morning. I applied last week, but I got the call this morning. We went through like the programming and the things that I have access to and the things that I can be able to tap into, the resources, the people, the network, the gates, the gatekeepers. Hello. I'm so excited to just be here to learn from industry professionals, and I'm just so thankful to be in the room. Like, I don't know what else to say. So on the weekly report, I'll be talking about things that I do with them, places that I go, and you know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I briefly just mentioned I'm back to using Google again. I'm sorry, Google, I'm back. I love you very much. Yeah, I started using this OneNote template that I just found online. It's really cool because, you know, I have like my pen for my laptop, so I like to handwrite stuff. So I was like, let me completely overhaul a perfect system that I have set up for myself and try something new, and then not be consistent with it, and then stop using it at all, and then try to remember things in my brain. Why? So I'm back on Google. I have my calendars laid out, all of different calendars, and I'll be time tracking every minute of my life. And it might seem excessive for you. If you don't need it, you don't need it, right? And I used to be like, oh, people who do that are weird. But also I'll turn around and like be judging myself because I didn't feel like I was having the most productive days. I was having the most productive days. Maybe I didn't do the thing that I set out to do, but I did really deep work in another place. So anyways, I say all that to say, I'm back on Google. My life is at peace again. And if you're using a productivity system, an organizational system, and it's not working for you, figure out why. Like, why am I having a hard time with this thing? If it's the word that you're using, change the word, change the system, change the colors, change what you need to so that you're comfortable with your system. Like, nobody can tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Late last night, I did some research, finally, for the exhibition. It's been a month and a half. My mentor, we met up, and she was like, this is what you need to do. I need you to give me this. I avoided her like the plague. 2 things that I did, actually. I checked in with her. I actually wrote this down. I checked in with her. We're like, hey, boom, boom, boom. Let's talk, because it's been a month and a half. So that took a lot for me. It just, every time it comes up on my calendar, I just move it to the next day. I just move it to the next day. Move it to the next day. Out of sight. I don't mind. But checked in with her. We're going to set up a date to actually check in. And then, yeah, for the first time in a long time, I did some research about the show. Kind of like some of the people that I want to put in there. Just like the logistical part of like literally event planning. I'm planning an event, right? I tapped into ChatGPT. I was like, give me, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is how many days I have. Give me a task list that, like, you know, from order of, I mean, everything is important, but like a good timeline of how things can be done. So it was just like an hour and a half last night around 11 p.m. It was just an hour and a half, but we're getting there. I did a thing. Okay, I did a thing. I relaunched my Patreon. And you know, I'm just like, just do the thing. Just do the thing that you say you want to do. And so when I was posting my 5 things I want to get done by the end of the year video, I posted it on YouTube. I posted it on my podcast because it's long form, so everything is just gonna go on my podcast. And then wait, another thing. So I was like, wait, let me just post it on Patreon too. You don't have to post separately. You literally just share the YouTube link on there. I want to grow my Patreon community. I've been not trying to. I've been received instructions to do it, and I know how to do it. I have a masterclass that I paid for that taught me how to do it. I don't want to talk about it. Let me actually write it down, because like I completely forgot that I have this class. Patreon. And I have the other one too, oh my gosh. So this is like what I learned section of the Unabridged Report will be about. Kind of like, I did the masterclass this week, this is what I learned about, or whatever, random things that I learned. Okay, and then that's it for what I did. What I learned, I watched the Morgan DeBaub, The Journey podcast. If you don't know who Morgan DeBaub is, get your life together. This lady is a powerful, untouchable Black woman in tech. She is the founder of Blavity. She is the mastermind behind Afrotech, behind like so many amazing, like she is amazing. I listen to her podcast. She gives so much information. Like, why is this information free, girl? I don't know why it's free, but thank you for it to be free, because I get to tap into it. But the Journey podcast is so good. Hear people's perspective. She gives advice, especially for like young entrepreneurs, because she started Blavity when she was like really, Travel Noir. I don't know if I said travel. I didn't say all of the things that she does. Should I pull it up? Let's pull it up just so that you can have like a decent knowledge of who Morgan DeBaub is. But when you think of Blavity, when you think of Afrotech, when you think of Travel Noir, there's more. She just acquired like a festival one. She has like a home and decor one. She is amazing. She does amazing things. 2190. Yeah. Anyways, so her podcast, she shares tips for young entrepreneurs, because she's like, listen, I started this business when I was like 24, 25, 26. So I love listening to the Journey podcast. But this week I listened to her conversation with Amanda Seales. That was really, really good. Black women in media. Black women in media. And I just realized that, like, I don't listen to a lot of black women in media as a black woman in media myself. I kind of need to. I don't know why. Like, who do I listen to? What voices are you listening to? Voices matter. Like, I was like, who have I been listening to? I mean, I listen to people within, like, the creative space. Honestly, within, like, the influencer space, content creator space. No, I need to listen to black women in media. Black women in media spaces. I've watched a couple of, like, Issa's conversations and her talks. More media. I need to get real. You know, I'm running this out. More black women in media. I think, like, when I consume things, it's more for, like, chill. Like Morgan, Issa, Halise, Evelyn, you know, like these type of women. But yeah, I need to get on top of it. But that was really, really good. So many takeaways from that conversation. And also Amanda Seales kind of like paving her own way and like making your own thing. This is the era of making your own thing. You don't have to. If you're not called to it, that's cool. But if you know that you are called to pursuing your own thing or creating your own table, this is it. Take yourself seriously. Do the thing. So that was like really refreshing. So if you're a black woman, or if you're just a person who's interested in media or interested in, like, you know, the behind the scenes of being on camera, the behind the scenes of creating content, being an influencer, having a voice in a platform, I think that was like a really, really good conversation, especially with Morgan's tech and advertising perspective, and then Amanda being like, I create and I produce and I'm a media house type of perspective. It was really, really, really good. I will drop a link. And then last night I did the 2-hour masterclass with Vinh Giang, who is an amazing communications professor, coach, teacher. What's his official title? He's like really, really good. I've been seeing, it's so funny, whenever I always see his videos every time he's an international motivational and keynote speaker, but he's like is that what it's called? Is it just a title? He's a communication and public speaking coach. I see his video. I only used to see his videos on Facebook and I would watch them. And then they're like, oh, you like his videos? Oh, he's on Instagram too. Go over there and see. But he's really, really good. Like, I think he gives a lot of valuable advice for free on the internet. Like, he's very generous. He's very giving. And so I was just always watching his videos, just like random time. I'm like, he pops up on my YouTube. He's on the Facebook. He's on the Instagram. This man is everywhere. The algorithm is like, don't worry, he's over here too. And so, like, the other day, I like binged his shorts on Facebook for like a good hour and a half. Like, I got so much from him, like practical advice on how to improve your communication skills. And, you know, he, like, it was just amazing. So I just thought that he had a free 2-hour masterclass. I was like, I'm taking it. Like, any chance, obviously, I don't just do this for just about anyone, but like, if I feel connected to the person and there has to be a connection between us. You know what I mean? For us to spend 2 hours together, there has to be a connection. But like, you know what I mean? If I feel like I like his ethos and the things that he stands for, of course, I'm locked in. So, and it's a free masterclass. What's the worst that can happen? Like, I leave with something. Even if I don't sign up for his courses, I don't join his stuff. But that masterclass was really good. It was really good. I learned more in that class in 2 hours than I did 4 years as a communications minor. You know, yeah, I want to improve my communication skills. I am a public speaker. I'm dusting that title off. It's been a couple of years. I did do a TED Talk many moons ago. That was a flex. Did you see that? That was a flex, yeah. So I really, and it's so funny because that conversation has been popping up more. Oh, hello? No, because like, what's her last name again? I'm gonna come to this next. I've been thinking, I really want to, yeah, I'm dusting off the title of public speaker. I'm getting in my event hosting bag. I'm gonna be on camera more. I'm gonna be speaking more about the things that I do to the powers that be, I just joined the chamber. I kind of have to have my elevator pitch together when I'm in front of somebody with some money and they're like, I want to invest in you, but what do you do? And I'm like, I take pictures sometimes and no, girl. So it's so crazy. Like, what did I hear this? Like, what you're looking for is also looking for you, and I believe in it kind of a lot. If you say you want to do something, that thing is most likely looking for you as well. So when I said that I want to improve my communication skills, I want to get better at talking about the things that I do, all of a sudden I go to an event and somebody connects me with somebody, and I spend an hour talking to that marketing lady about my business, and she's like, send me your deck, do this, do that. And then now I took the master course with Vinh Giang, and I'm just like, it was really good. It was really good last night. Even if stay in the know, if you're into communications, if you're into public speaking, but literally, like, it's just so interesting to see that people who have taken his courses are not necessarily going into like public speaking and TED Talk and big conferences or whatever, but it's just like learning how to speak with confidence, learning how to command a room. And he taught a secret trick on how to like get people to give you a standing ovation. It's the most easiest thing. I'm not gonna give it away because it took me 2 hours to get that out of him. But it was like, like so many people, even after like a quick session with him, they got a promotion at work because like their confidence in the way that they speak. If you're shy, if you're soft spoken, if you like, I just watch his videos. You don't wait, no. Binge all of his videos. That's homework for you. Binge all of his videos and see the next time he's hosting a free masterclass. Get on that. Just listen to that man talk. It was just in minutes that he gives so many tips. I just did it just now. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't really said that many likes and ums. I'm very conscious of that. I'm practicing it. I'm a public speaker. I'm a 3 times TED Talk speaker. I have to get ready. So even like literally doing this is benefiting me in so many ways because I'm getting clear with my speaking. I'm learning how to use my instrument. I'm building my confidence on camera. And also we're getting these filler words out. So far so good. I'm doing an amazing job. Don't do me. Don't do me. And also, speaking of communication, again, what you're looking for is also looking for you. I was on TikTok, right? Crazy. I have to tell you about this. I'm on TikTok. I follow Franchesca Ramsey on TikTok. If you don't know Franchesca Ramsey, the award-winning, the amazing actress, writer, like public speak, like she's so cool. This lady is so cool. Learn about her. But basically, like she produced a lot of great like videos. She's written books. She's produced shows. Like she's amazing in the media world, right? I just said that I need to consume things from more media people. Anyways, what are the odds? I'm literally on TikTok, right? I'm on TikTok and she's on live. I'm like, I'm joining this live. So I'm joining this live. We kikiing with her. She talking. We chilling. And I was like, I'm going to ask a question. I'm just going to ask a question. And I was like, I was like, in 2024, this year, I really want to get into my hosting bag. I want to be a better public speaker. This is last week, at the start of last week. And I literally I signed up for the Vinh class the day before yesterday. I did the class last night. Like, the thing you're looking for is also looking for you. Just lean in. Anyways, I joined her live. She's talking. And people are just, she's just kikiing with people. And I'm like, I'm going to do a little something cheeky. And I was like, she is the Franchesca Ramsey. Like, come on, be friend. Right? So I'm like, yeah, I want to get into my hosting back this year. I really want to get into like moderating events, public speaking, She started dropping facts. She started dropping, like, you need to contact this, reach out to so-and-so, to a stranger on the internet, a random username. Black woman. Anyways, so yeah. you know what I'm saying? If this is nothing else, like God is trying to tell me in the season, is get it together because you can get in your bag. I was in that Vinh masterclass. He was like, last month I got paid $100K to speak at an event for an hour. I said, I'm over here speaking on the internet for the free? For the free $100,000 per hour. And that's bare minimum. What am I doing with my life? Do I not have a mouth? Do I not be yappa like everybody else? Somebody over there getting paid $100,000 to get up on the stage and answer some questions and sip some water? Let me get in my bag. Let me get in my bag. So it's just so crazy how like things aligned. And I'm literally getting advice from Franchesca Ramsey and Vinh Giang in 1 week. If this is not the life for me, I don't know what is. Like, if this is not a clear sign that I'm supposed to be Big Ted one day, Big Toby one day, don't do me. So that's what I learned this week. And then what I felt, this is when it gets deep. I'm navigating certain feelings of resentment towards myself in a lot of ways. Just like, what took you so long? Just get to the thing. Just do the thing. Just da da da. But also, I'm learning to extend myself grace. You know, not only I'm not doing these things because I'm being lazy or even doubting myself. I'm just doing. Well, yeah, there's that. But I'm juggling a lot. I'm juggling a lot, and I'm juggling life and trying to be present and trying to take care of myself and working. Like, I don't do this work full time, right? So I have to work around my work day. After my work day, take a quick brain break and pull an all-nighter to do some edits to whatever. And so, yeah, I'm juggling a lot, and so I'm learning to be patient with myself. But it was just like, girl, do more. It's like, how, right? But I'm trying to get on top of it. I'm trying to get on top of my habits. Just like I this week, I'm like, I need to wake up earlier is what we need to do, right? I clock into work 10 to 4, 5-ish. I need to be doing something between 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's a good 3 hours that I can dedicate to a thing that I might not have the energy to do once I get out of work. Because sometimes I get out of work, if I spent like all day in Photoshop designing some things for a newsletter, editing something, I'm drained and I don't have any more creative energy to put towards my own thing. And so we're starting the day with our own thing. I'm gonna start my day with my own thing. And sometimes it's like getting 2 hours of some edits done. Or sometimes it's just like admin, update my calendar, enter some emails, pitch some stuff, apply for one thing. Just like do a thing before I do something for someone else. You know what I mean? Pouring into myself as much as I'm pouring into everybody else's stuff. So yeah, I was like feeling those feelings of resentment when I relaunched my Patreon. I realized, you know, my older posts, I created my Patreon in May of 2022. It's August 2024. It's been 2 years. I launched it. I made a post, the most beautiful post. It's so crazy because it's still relevant. All of my tiers on Patreon are still the same. They're still relevant. I still have the same goals. I still plan on sharing the same stuff. It's still the same. The only thing I had to change was the name of my podcast. My podcast is no longer Misadventures of Healing Black Girl. Now it is Becoming Publicly, and then my @ and I was like, you know, what to expect on the Lynn channel and now the Unabridged channel. But like, nothing changed. Like, do you see how much time can pass by when you're overthinking, when you doubt yourself, when you doubt your ability to do something, when you doubt your ability of not only doing the thing but succeeding at the thing? Like, sometimes you just have to take action. Like, when I started my Patreon, I was like, who's gonna give me $5, whatever? But there are people who want to support me. There are people who are like, they've been I don't want to use that H word, but they've been like really pushing me to like get a gift thing together. Amazon gift thing. So people like, they want to be able to buy things from me, and like, of course, people listen. If I can give you $5 a month to support the things that you're doing, here you go. Like, of course, people would jump at the opportunity for that. And just like that voice in my ear saying, nah, da, 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 I allowed it to delay me for 2 years. May 2022 to August 2024. I was like, welcome to my Patreon community. This is what you can expect. My tiers are all set. I didn't have to do anything. I literally just I updated my profile photo and the background photo on my Patreon. Everything is still the same. The goals are still the same. I still plan on sharing the same type of content. And I'm like, damn, I'm 2 years behind. But also, I started doing this in 2016. So I'm like technically 8 years behind. And so like this resentful feeling towards myself. And I'm like, no, you're taking action. No, you're taking action. I'm no longer trying to overcompensate myself to like post 1 million times a day. Da, 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 da. Maybe right now all I have is this little stream thing that I do. I download it, I post it on YouTube and Spotify and Patreon every week. That's the only thing I have the energy for right now. And that's enough. Like showing up week after week is enough. For me, I'm like, if I don't see the end of the thing, I won't even start. But like, what if I was consistent with the Patreon in 2022? What if I was just consistent with it? And then somebody said, oh, let me give you $5. Somebody said, let me give you 15. Somebody said, let me give you 5. Somebody said, let me give you 2. In 2 years? And it's not even about the money, but like just about the consistency of like showing up and allowing others to pour into you, right? I cannot say that I'm not surrounded by people who don't want to support me. God would punish me. God, thunder would strike me. Hey. My foot kicked in, but that was perfect timing. But like literally God would strike down on me if I dared ever open my mouth and say something like that. So people want to pour into you, give them the opportunity to. So that looks like Patreon. That looks like putting together that Amazon gift thing, kind of like a gift registry, but like for my studio. People were like, we want to give you stuff. I'm just like, oh yeah, you're right. I think I'm gonna set that up today. This is really good. Like this is really good. I love that we're doing this. So yeah, those are the feelings that I'm fighting. No more resenting myself for being delayed, for feeling like I'm late. I'm somehow still on time. God accounts for our mistakes and somehow we're still on time. And I'm just taking action. That's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm showing up on a weekly basis and I'm going to be myself and I'm going to improve on my skills and I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to share what this journey is giving for me. And that's all I have control over. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know if I'm going to get to accomplish the goals that I set out to do. For now, this is what's within my control. Okay? And then also I felt like I need to get back into reading. Yesterday I was having a conversation with someone about certain books that I started at the top of the year. A book by Daniel Amen, this psychiatrist and brain expert. Another book by Kelly something who talks about time management from a theological perspective. Really good, especially if you do 1 million things. As you know, Christian young creative, I do 1 million things and I'm like, but God said, look at the prophetic word of my life, I'm carrying the word. And it's just like, but also you're human, go lay down a little bit. So I love not just time management and self-help, you know, within the self-help pool, but like from a Christian theological perspective. That book was really good. I need to pick it back up again, because it helps you to reevaluate time management, work-life balance or work-life harmony, prioritizing rest, and just overall seeking out a healthier lifestyle. You Happier by, what's his name again? Dr. Daniel Amen. I love him so much. He's the brain doctor. He's the sweetest little old man. He's so cute. I need to go back into reading that book. I did the test months ago to figure out what my brain type is, and that helps me to know how I show up in relationships, how I work, how I function, what makes me happy, what makes me unhappy. As a person with I think it's like type 2 spontaneous brain type, I like newness, I like changes, I love a challenge, I love, you know, creative things. Literally my brain type is curiosity, creative, and thinking outside of the box, which is literally my motto, right? I love change of atmosphere. I love newness. I'm the type of person who just wake up tomorrow and next thing you know, I'm in the Bahamas. Like that's my brain type. And knowing how to work when I'm low energy, this is what I should do. This is not about astrology. This is not about my personality type. I'm a Cancer. So, you know, as a Cancer, this is my energy level. This is like literally fact, research, proven fact. You have this brain in your head. This is how it works. This is how you are when you're happy. This is how you are on your side. This is how you show up in relationships. This is how you work. This is how you function. These are the type of foods that you should eat. Please go read You Happier. It's so funny because I was talking to somebody about it, and I was like, wait, my aunt is a therapist. Let me share these books with her too. And I was like, let me go back to reading these books. You see that case over there? My Kindle is in there. I haven't charged my Kindle in, I don't want to admit how many months it's been. So I want to get back into reading. I recommended You Happier, You're Only Human. You Happier, You're Only Human. What's the other one? How Successful People Think. That's a John Maxwell one. I'm also into leadership. Dr. Shares, my leadership coach, my leadership mentor. I discovered John Maxwell through her. Even Ryan Leake's Chasing Failure was really good. So like, yeah, like I need to get back into my era of reading life improvement. Be a better human, be a better leader, be a better whatever person, insert. And I'm learning from really cool people, and they're Christian. John Maxwell is Christian. Kelly is Dr. Amen. I don't know if he said that explicitly, but anyways, I need to get back into reading is the point. I just recommended 3 books for y'all. And if you can't do John Maxwell, how Successful People Think, it's like his writing is very bite-sized, so it's easy to just like pick it up, read a little bit, and stop. He also has like a daily reader that was really good. Like that was part of my morning routine. I wake up, I do my morning devotion, I read a page of the daily reader. It's like leadership tips, bites. It's barely a 2-minute read. I can at least get back into that. I can take 3 minutes out of my day to read this little bite for the day. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I'm learning, and that's what I've done. This feels so good. This feels really good because I can get so, even right now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't done that thing. There's this application that I've been avoiding for 4 months now. There's this thing, somebody's waiting on me for this. But like, also, I did a lot of other things that are still propelling me forward, that are still moving me forward. And that's how I'm learning to extend myself. I have to write it down. I literally write it down every day. I'm like, girl, this application, they've been waiting on you for 4 months. Really? So yeah, this is kind of what the Unabridged Report will be looking like, where I'm just documenting, right? This is just documenting what I did, what I learned, so you can kind of have a perspective, like a businessy, creative babe perspective of the things that I'm consuming. Again, right, this won't be about my personal life, but my professional life is very interesting in itself. I had a 2-hour masterclass with a communications coach. I have a leadership coach. I have a communications coach. I have a media coach. Like, it's me. But like, you know, I'm just documenting what I'm getting up to. This journey is not easy, but I trust that God is constantly putting me in the right rooms and surrounding me with the right people at the right time. So I'm not thinking about the things that I don't have access to. I'm not thinking about the people that I don't have access to. I'm actually in a really, really solid time in my life right now. Like, the rooms that I'm getting to enter, the opportunities that are coming my way, the way that people are investing in me, girl, let's focus on that right now. Instead of like being so quick to think about the next, but I could have done more, and I could have and growing on TikTok and growing on YouTube. Like, girl, just be consistent with this very moment right now, and just let this moment in time be what it is and do what it will. So yeah, that is this week's Unabridged Report. What are we gonna call it? There's no title for it. Feeling. I'm trying to think of a name. Okay, this week the title is I'm Trying, and that's all that matters. I'm trying, and that's all that matters. My best is enough. My best is enough. My best is enough. No, I need like a cool back to the basics. Sorry. This is how I come up with names for stuff. Back to the basics. Back to the basics. So yeah, I'm literally going back to the basics, and I don't know. We see how it goes. I'm just documenting things as I go. I will drop links to everything that I've mentioned. If I remember, what else did I mention? I mentioned You Happier. I mentioned You're Only Human. I want to buy that book for a couple of people. And then John Maxwell. I also mentioned Chasing Failure by Ryan Leake, which was really good. So yeah, I will drop links. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's report. For this week on the Unabridged Report. We had a wonderful week. We are looking forward to growing and learning and really getting shit done. All right, bye y'all.